Okay, now to where we left off last time in the Fortress of Meripede. Yes. Let's come down here, because we were breaking all the rules to see if we could get abducted like we think Childe might have. Here we go. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a teleport on that level that we have discovered. So we'll just grab this one. Doop. Need some hydration. This is your hydration reminder. Drink water. Not just energy drinks. Not just coffee. Not just tea. Some water. It's good for you.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Nobody's gonna hurt the Melusines on my watch, Nouvellette. Alright, let's look for some more clues. See what Mr. Promoter has to say.
If there's no way to send it all out, then maybe I'll never get a chance to leave.
Who are you? We've never seen you before, and you don't look like a fellow convict.
I'm not. Of course I'm not. Please, don't mistake me for a criminal. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Then what are you doing here? You sure seem anxious about something.
I'm a promoter for Fontico, and I'm usually responsible for promoting our drink products. I thought I could complete my task here quickly and return to headquarters, but I've been here way longer than I anticipated.
I'm pretty sure that the Fanta is kinda funky. Especially after the few times we've tried to have it.
Oh, a promoter from Fontico? So what kind of problem did you run into?
I'm so upset. It's all because of that Duke.
Hey, what you throwing shade about the Duke?
After discussing the company's promotional plans with him, he told me outright that my project was worthless. However, in light of our long history of successful collaboration, I still tried to patiently explain the details. However, to my surprise, he just cut me off while I was speaking.
Well, that's rude.
Let me take a moment and recall his exact words. I'm just gonna stop you there and say no. If anything, I'm saving you time.
Hey, he's got a great impersonation. That almost sounded just like Roysley.
It seems you don't fully understand the value of credit coupons here, nor do you understand the value of your own products. The former is because you are from the overworld. That's understandable, and I don't blame you for that. But as for the latter, only someone monumentally stupid, so breathtakingly stupid that they were completely ignorant of the value of credit coupons, despite living in the underworld, would ever possibly consider buying your drink. Let's just forget it.
That seems a bit extreme.
Anyway, that's how he rejected my proposal and asked me to come up with another solution with the condition that it doesn't cause any trouble for him. Can you believe that guy?
Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure he said that exactly.
Well, he is the head honcho here. Not much you can do about that. We met him too and could tell that he's the kind of guy that's hard to pin down.
Fine. I know I should just let it go. I'm on his turf after all. His house, his rules.
Okay, so we've got dissatisfaction with the Duke. The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of the coupons. The Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of the coupons would spend them on Fanta. Fanta. Hey, where's that from? Yeah, that's the old commercial. That's why I've got that association in my head. Weird jingles. All right, let's come over here. Look for more clues. Is there a clue in the lift? No, it's below the lift. Down we go. Uh-oh. Now it says up. Maybe it was in the lift area? No, we're good. We're still good. Let's talk to Collins.
Hey, I heard you crazy fools really did it. You bought tickets to support both fighters, didn't ya? Well, did anything happen?
Nope. Nothing of note.
Well, the next day we received a
Oh, that's
mysterious
right.
package, but we still haven't made any sense of the contents.
So it is real. You didn't become cursed or anything like that, did ya? Are you both still okay? Wait, are you sure that it's still you controlling your bodies right now?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Paimon's not sure. What do you think, Traveler? Is Paimon still Paimon?
Only you would ever ask such a question, so I'm pretty sure you're fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, you two don't seem to have changed at all. But I wouldn't let your guard down just yet. Still, I didn't expect you would actually do it. You'd actually throw away coupons like that just to satisfy your curiosity?
Yep, totally would.
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else, it's not like we could hope to earn any coupons. When it comes to things like this, it's always the organizer who makes the real profits.
This is true. The house always wins. The house always wins.
Hey, just what are you trying to imply? The Pancration Ring is an honest business, and we really don't make much from selling tickets. We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held thanks to funding from the producer of Fanta.
Ooh, the guy who's grumpy at Roysley right now?
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures Fanta sponsoring the events? Paimon thought all of this was thanks to the Duke's support.
Let's just say it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. They reached out to us first, hoping to promote Fanta products in the Fortress of Meropide.
That is some very important information.
Anyway, you try and take extra good care of yourselves these next few days, you hear?
Okay, sponsor of the Pancration Tournament. According to Collins, the Pancration Tournament only takes place because the Fanta Company is sponsoring it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. I'm starting to see a pattern, kind of. Okay, we've got something else to look for here. Ooh, a shiny
Hey,
thing.
what are these papers scattered all over the ground? Are they registration forms or something? Maybe not. Every page has the Fontaco symbol on it. Maybe it's some flyers from the company.
Let's take a look before anyone else shows up.
Okay. But if someone catches us, they could accuse us of trying to steal the company's secrets, couldn't they?
What are we afraid of? We're already in jail.
Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine Research Institute, development of the new product has been slow, and some researchers on the project have voiced concerns.
Uh-oh.
We have no choice but to let the new product undergo the first phase of promotional trials without a designated name or packaging. We will adjust the direction of future development according to feedback.
Oh, so they're wanting to use this as a testing pool for their new products. Test it out in the Fortress of Meropide before they take it to the general public. Here it's traded for coupons instead of currency, but they're also getting free testing.
We have decided to only conduct closed, small-scale trials for the time being. Sure doesn't seem like anything unusual. The company is just trying to develop some new products besides Fanta. But it sounds like things aren't going well at all. Let's put these papers back where we found them and make it look like nobody went through them. Okay, good.
New products under development. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they are starting a new trial of an as yet unnamed and unpackaged product. The product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. Why would the employees have reservations, I wonder? Is it health concerns? Does it have so much sugar in it that it's going to cause the entire population of Fontaine to develop diabetes? Is that what's up? I could see that being what's up. Ridiculously high sugar and sodium contents gonna destroy the population? Or maybe it just has some of that primordial waters as an ingredient. Anything is possible at this point. Walk around and look for clues. Let's eat? I don't think eating's gonna give us clues. Let's talk to the cafeteria guy. Greetings. What can I do for you? Understood. Enjoy your meal. Okay. So we can't... Oh, all we get is the welfare... Oh, the Okay. That's what I missed. The welfare meal. Thank you. What happens if we talk to Walsley? Ooh, what does he sell here? Does he have recipes? Recipes and dishes! No surprises. Take a look. Oh! But they all cost credits and we're broke now. Sad panda. We used all of our money on that fight.
Huh. We ended up here without even thinking about it. Wanna grab something to eat?
Yep. One welfare meal, please.
Alright. But remember that we bought this time with coupons, so let's make better use of it next time.
Okay. I hear you, Paimon.
What is this garbage? Ooh, it looks disgusting. Oh, Paimon misses your cooking now.
Hey, what's wrong with my cooking?
What would you like to do this afternoon?
Let's go to the production zone. Because we need some credits for those recipes.
After working here so long, we're really starting to get the hang of it. But doing the same thing all the time can get old pretty quickly. How are you holding up?
We're here. Let's see if there's any really easy work.
Yeah, it's good to kick back and relax once in a while.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make us go through all the motions of crafting things. We apply with Grainville to do some simpler tasks. And get some credits.
A mysterious box? A bottle of crimson liquid? Paimon still doesn't know what to make of it.
Oh, what if the crimson liquid is the Fonta stuff that they're... Well, the not Fonta stuff that they're trying to promote?
Do you have any ideas, Traveler?
Unfortunately, I don't think this is related to Childe.
Really? Then it looks like that part of the investigation led us nowhere.
We'll see about that.
Well, maybe we'll have better luck tomorrow. Good night, Traveler.
Let's see what happens the next day. Do we get more clues? Maybe Lyney and Lynette have actual clues. Alright. Complete the following objectives. Okay, we have done both of those.
Okay, so we've investigated 2 of the hidden rules. Paimon didn't think this prison would have so many weird things going on.
Most of them do, from what I have heard. I cannot speak from experience, but I've heard most prisons have some crazy stuff going on.
We'd better pick up the pace with our investigation, otherwise we'll never get anywhere.
Let's spend some coupons to skip our shift so we can investigate.
Yeah, let's skip work for now and put our time to good use.
I can word. However, I don't think we have enough coupons for that. Do we? Yep, we had just enough. But I wanted to buy recipes. Oh well, we'll get there. We'll probably earn coupons for whatever we're doing. And down we go. Whoa! Gotta watch my stamina.
Hey, isn't that Vidoc over there?
Yep, it is.
Is it just Paimon, or are there fewer people than usual here today?
That is a good point. It does feel kind of empty.
Ah. Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Seems you're getting into the swing of things around here.
We're getting by.
Impressive. Very impressive.
So, now can you tell us about the hidden rules you know?
If that's what you want to know, I guess you couldn't have come at a better time.
Okay. He's got news. He's got details. Let's hear it.
What do you mean it's a good time?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone. I wouldn't want them listening in without paying up.
We get it. Just tell us already.
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever go near them at night. Even if you manage to avoid the guards, you might find something even more terrible there.
Really? Ghost stories? That's what we waited all this time for? Just ghost stories?
Something even more terrible? Like what?
A group of cannibals.
Ew. Ugh, is the food that bad?
Cannibals? In the Fortress of Meripede?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here. But what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity.
Okay.
Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into other forms and keep them in the fortress forever.
Ooh, did they have some of that primordial water stuff?
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's going on here. Oh, Paimon's stomach doesn't feel so good.
Okay, there's still a chance that what we saw wasn't connected to cannibals.
You two look pretty skeptical. No matter. Learning the truth behind dark secrets isn't necessarily a good thing. I've got things to do too. I suggest you just act like I never told you anything.
Okay, will do, because I don't know if you gave us any helpful information at all. But we appreciate it nonetheless. He didn't charge us.
Can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and flesh entombed here for all eternity?
Even if it is true, do you really think that cannibals could take us in a fight?
Oh, so that's how you see the situation. Huh. You know, Paimon does feel a little better about it now.
Alright then, just like before, let's get ready to investigate another hidden rule.
When will all the secrets end?
That's a great question. Is it starting to feel like a wild goose chase? Brimming with curiosity, you and Paimon eat lunch. Nom nom nom. Lunch, lunch, lunch.
Vidok isn't here. But the guys who went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them.
Okay, let's ask questions.
Just stay away from me.
What? What did we do? That was rude.
What? What are you saying? You shouldn't go around saying stuff like that.
Okay. You weren't helpful either.
What are you talking about? Listen, you should keep your nose out of other people's business.
Okay then.
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us.
It's pretty obvious that they're hiding something. Could it be connected to the cannibals? No, we're not going to bring up the cannibals again. Paimon just stopped freaking out.
But if they're being so obvious about acting weirdly, do you think they might just be trying to lure us in?
That is possible.
Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Paimon.
Let's approach it from a different angle.
So you mean we still need to investigate some more? Okay, if you say so.
I do say so. Okay, here we go. Let's do some more investigating. I don't think we have any credits. I'm gonna come over here and check. 'Cause I think we used all of our credits that we earned. Yep, We are broken. We are broken! Okay. To the dormitories. Oh, for some reason I thought we had a teleport on that level. Ah, we do. No elevators for us this time. Hey, Fielding.
Hello, Fielding.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be working right now. Catch my drift.
Hey, easy there.
We just want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever discovered anything odd during your nighttime patrols?
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern. All you need to worry about is getting enough sleep.
Well then.
Well...
You see, sometimes we hear strange noises at night.
Right! We've heard it happens a few times every month. Paimon has sensitive ears, so it makes it hard to sleep.
That's right, Paimon. Improv.
Really? I see. But it's not like I'm on duty every night. And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before. They say that strange things tend to happen at night on pipe cleaning days. Lots of us don't willingly take those shifts.
Ooh, so even the guards are spooked.
So, what happens at night on pipe cleaning days?
And they just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month, and it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days. You can try to confirm the sounds tonight if you want, and if they're real, then I can report the issue to my superiors for you.
We got it, Fielding. Leave it to us.
Oh, okay. Then we'll keep both ears out tonight.
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though. Even if I'm not on duty tonight, someone will still be watching you.
Oh yes, we know, we're criminals.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to our sentences. Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned?
Those might be the days when the cannibals are active, but it might also be nothing. It could be a sound associated with cleaning the pipes.
Right, both are a possibility. But Fielding did say that tonight is a cleaning night.
So, no reason for us to not find out the truth for ourselves. It's convenient. We're not going to forget about it because it's happening tonight.
Paimon knew you would say that. Alright, sounds like we'll be up all night tonight then. Paimon just hopes the guards don't catch us.
Ooh, are we going to have to hide from the guards? I'm horrible at this. Alright, here we go. To the dormitories. For a quick cat nap.
Oh, Paimon's so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's the perfect chance for us to investigate.
We just need to wait until everyone else has fallen asleep. Because otherwise it will take a while.
Just be sure to wake Paimon if she dozes off. Paimon's worried something might happen if you go alone. Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
Was there something in our meal? Oh. Oh, it's Childe's vision again. Give us the clues. Where is our boy? Oh, he was sneaking around after dark. If he's just been in solitary confinement all this time, I'm going to be kind of grumpy. Going through all this and he'd been safe and sound in a different cell. Or in a actual cell. More importantly, why couldn't we just ask Roysley where another inmate was? Oh. Aren't those 3 that were really rude to us? Something is calling me. I have to go. Okay, at least we know where he went. Kind of.
Traveler, come on, wake up!
I saw Childe in my dream again.
Oh, it looked like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Well, what did you see this time?
Investigating the pipes is the right call tonight. Childe escaped through the pipes.
Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened!
Yes.
But what about the cannibals? How do you explain them?
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, well, it's about time for us to get moving. Just be careful to avoid the patrolling guards.
Trust me, I've got this. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully I've got this. Okay. I'm sure we'll have to actually, like, dodge the guards. It says it's on this level.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see. Oof. They're making this tricky. Oop, we're already on the wrong level. See, I'm not good at being covert. I am not a secret agent person. Let's travel back up top. Okay, here we go. Just gotta look for the right level. Oh, traveling set us off to start over. Okay.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Yeah, I know, and there's like 3 of them along that route. Let's see. Let's climb up over here, maybe? And travel through the middle. Ah, no! Missed my jump. That's okay. Make up for it here. Whoop.
Uh-oh! They spotted us!
Crap. We're probably gonna have to start over. Almost had it! Oh, walk the lower platform? Okay. Thank you, Tomcat!
Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
They will move out of the way. Okay. So do they move back and forth? Because that guy's been there the whole time. It doesn't seem like he's moving. Okay. Oh, he moved. Yes!
This should be the place.
Here we go. Thank you, Tomcat. I would have overthought this like none other.
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Yes, you were very rude to us. We deserve an apology.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
Enough with the theatrics.
What you say?
All those rumors about cannibals and hidden rules were started by you, weren't they?
Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality at any time.
Oh, yes, you're big and bad.
What's the point of all those rumors anyway? What exactly are you trying to do?
I don't have to tell you anything. if you turn around, go back to the dormitories, and act like you never saw anything, then I'll pretend that you never showed up here.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
There's something calling me. I have to go. Maybe they'll remember what Childe said?
Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Ah, boss? Boss's Childe, I bet.
Hey, do you know our boss?
Yeah, Childe, aka Tortellini. One of Shesnaya's Fatui Harbingers?
Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept his identity a secret.
No,
So,
he's a
did
big
he
deal.
have you come here to find us?
Oh,
No.
so you're Childe's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
I'm a friend here. Or I'm a friend of his, and I'm trying to find out what happened to him.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So unless he somehow told you those exact same words after that... All right. I guess that's proof enough for me. I believe you.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
Right? Well, here's hoping that we actually get to the bottom of where he disappeared to.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Meripede. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect.
Oh, I can see that. He likes to pick a fight.
He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work, and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule.
The cannibal rule? Really?
We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown. But hasn't Childe already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because they're probably hoping he'll come back.
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No one could ever reach the surface alive.
We could.
But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was obsessed about it. So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone. And that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and help cover the whole thing up.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate happened to him?
Like getting stuck in the pipes?
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
Well, we want to go to the spot where he left, and we're probably going to go that way too.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Okay, let's go see if we can find Childe.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded.
all
It's
good.
impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
We are a skilled diver. We've got this. We got Nuvilette on our team. We got speed.
Do you think Childe got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Well, I know a
Really?
good diver.
Then have him come investigate, pronto. Just be sure to tell us if you get any news about Boss.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
We'll let you guys know what happens.
Yeah, We learned a lot about what happened to Childe here. Let's get going!
So he was having weird visions or something along those lines that led him to go down those pipes.
Whew. We finally learned some key information. Seems all of our investigative work has finally started to pay off. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we ask Lyney, he'll definitely have Fremine help us.
I don't know why we couldn't just dive ourselves.
Ugh. Why is Childe like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Not making our jobs easier, that's for sure.
This is true.
Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now before we find out what really happened. Now that we can finally relax, I'm starting to feel super sleepy. Let's try to get some rest while we still can. Nighty-night, traveler!
Why do they gotta give Paimon such a realistic yawn? Quest completed? What? No, we have to go find Childe.
It's
Oh,
morning
okay. I
already.
was worried.
Paimon still needs more sleep.
Let's use some coupons to skip our shift this morning. We don't have any coupons.
Huh? Wait, look over there. Isn't that... It's one of Lyney's cards.
You're right. It's been a bit since we contacted him.
Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating.
Ooh, hopefully Fremine can help us out.
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information.
And so do we. All right, let's put our heads together.
Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Lyney's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered. We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more before we go.
Okay. The Cataclysm's Quickening. Let's go investigate. Oh! Hello! Thank you for joining us! Thanks for the follow! Here we go! Going to this one first. Oh, cutscene!
Hey, you over there?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Even people play down here, though? I wouldn't have thought it would have made its way underwater.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Oh, har har,
Hey,
Paimon.
come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks. We're busy with other things at the moment.
All right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes.
Okay,
There are
maybe
lots
we
of
can win
card
some
players
coupons.
here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Well then, would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
Oh, look at Paimon using that flattery to get us some details.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right then, did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have. Cannibals, secret rules, the whole gambit.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
No, I did not know that.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
Oh, are they always spilling tea, dropping them bombshells?
I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing.
Yes, a little more piping hot.
Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Oh, that's scalding. Okay.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Oh, really? This is why he has such a heart for the people that live down here and made it a community instead of your basic prison, jail cells, all that jazz. People can actually get a free meal and work and have a life down here. It's more enrichment, I guess. That's cool. But I do want to know how somebody could work their way up the ranks in a prison system to warden.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
So, do you happen to know anything about the Forbidden Zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Yes, any more tea?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
You've got a deal. Okay, let's see who else we can chat with. Ooh, back here? Nope. It tricked me. There's a hallway. Oh, that's a nice sized group
There's
of
a group
people.
of people over there. Let's go listen in.
Let's drop some eaves.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Okay, we're not dropping any eaves. No eavesdropping here.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
Ooh, we're
what's
getting
the
dirty
matter?
looks.
They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Yeah. What fun.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Well, thanks. You guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Oh, it's the Bomb Bros.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
Yeah, what kind of a group is that? Oh, hello! Thank you for joining us!
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Oh, yes, the Gossip Bros. The Gossip Boys!
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
Yes, they do.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Sure. Oh, my Archons, I would love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Okay.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, he must be able to manipulate that RNG meal.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Paimon's good at this.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Huh? Did Laveroon just wink at me? It seems he's saying don't be upset. He's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them.
This isn't true.
You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Okay, I do get that vibe. I do get that vibe from Risley.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
Or he has a serious illness. You don't judge somebody based on how often they're having to go to the doctor.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
Okay. That could be important to know.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the Fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
But what if he's like low-key helping with developing of medicines or anything? You don't know what his area of specialty was? Interesting. According to Criso, the person named Gerio frequents the infirmary. I should take a note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
Well, we don't know who Lorvine is, do we? We might know who Lorvine is.
You mean he hit a woman?
No, we don't know Lorvine.
I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Maybe there's an illness running around? Maybe the flu? Maybe a pandemic?
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
Is it, though?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
I think they're connecting dots that aren't there. So he had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll have to remember that too. We might have got some information here that was important. We might not have. I have no clue. I don't feel like what we just got was really that significant.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Let's see if we can successfully drop some eaves. I don't know if we can.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I doubt that.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
No, that wouldn't be cool at all.
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Go Grumpy Convict. We're on his side. We're team Grumpy Convict. 100%.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
Right? You get adjusted to life down here, you don't have to uproot yourself. That's fine.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta be so rude?
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
I've heard these phrases in another Hoyoverse game called Honkai Star Rail. I'm wondering if there's kind of like a little bit of a crossover here with some of the dialogue. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy. I don't know about that. I don't agree with that. I think Paimon's right.
That's true. Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Lyney. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
To the production zone! Where we have not been productive for a few days. And down we go. Down we go. Okay, let's find... Wait a minute. Now it's saying up above. I don't know. I'm just gonna follow the glitter road. We're just gonna follow the glitter path. Because I am too directionally challenged for this shiza. And up again. Uppies. Nebulette wants uppies. I think we are on a different level. Oh, there he is. Hey, Lyney.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh my gosh, Paimon, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta just push us out there like that? That wasn't what we signed up for. We were gonna be, you know, a little bit at a time, see what he knows, see if he has some information that's important. Because, I mean, it's like giving him all the information that we worked so hard for and not getting any in return would kind of suck.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
I'm sure we do. We tell him about everything we've discovered.
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Childe probably went missing because he found a way out.
This is what we think, yes.
He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Childe's exact whereabouts.
That's why we need Fremine.
Father told me that even though Master Childe said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
I think the most important thing we can do right now is catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Yes.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Call us secret agents of the Adventurers Guild and the Knights of Favonius and Swordfish 2.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Childe's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
Phew, that's a long time.
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
Really? Even he wouldn't have to wait for another pipe cleaning day to come back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
9 days is a long time.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Childe's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off.
He's gonna give us the dirty task. I just know it. It's gonna be dirty.
Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
You mean Lynette?
But that's not a bad thing, right?
But what if I'm the older sister?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
9 days. Got it. After doing some prep work with Paimon, we begin slowly approaching the infirmary under the guise of something. I couldn't read fast enough.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Sneaky peek, Paimon.
There seem to be several people inside.
Let's drop some eaves. We hide in a corner and try our best to listen in. Several people appear to be engaged in conversation, but we catch bits and pieces. Oh, I see adorable little mezzanine lady.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Okay, let's do it. potion resulted in a failed attempt at alchemy. Oh. We made ourselves sick. Having given a good whiff, you hand the potion back to Paimon.
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
No.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
I just want to hug her.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Oh, my stomach. It really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Oh, but you're so tiny. I don't want you to get hurt.
You can do it, traveler!
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
She's like the tiniest Nurse Joy ever, and so cute. Sichuan takes out a few instruments and begins to do a checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Oh, thank goodness.
Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sichuan uses her hands to palpate different areas on the abdomen. I guess she's doing this pushy test that your doctor does on your tummy every time you go in for a physical. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Oof, that hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. I can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
Oh, she's so sweet.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible.
Thank you, Sichuan.
Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you?
Yes, we need medicine.
Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Whew, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there were only 2 people left in the room. Sichuan just called that woman Levine, so she must be the one that frequently visits the infirmary. I've heard that before. But would that mean that this man next to her is Giro, then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It'll draw attention. That guy seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction, too.
Her stomachache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
I believe that.
But
she heals with
it
cuteness.
also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know?
Oh, I see why they fight.
Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuing take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijween prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her...
Oh, see, I was right. They have an illness.
You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijween's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
They're definitely not romantically involved. There is too much shade being slung around for them to be romantic.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside of the room. All the files are on the table. They appear to be patient records. While there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Huh. Wait. There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Man, he is a Debbie Downer. The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange in of itself, but perhaps it's my adventurous intuition speaking. This isn't a bit strange that there is a movable hatch here of all places. Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
Well, if you both come here to pick up your medications, you're gonna run into each other from time to time.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
Bye, Jurier.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like.
Sounds like she's known him for quite a while.
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
Wow, so much shade.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Well, thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Yes, kind of.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijween.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Thank you, Sijween. We take the pill.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? 'Cause I don't remember.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, Make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Oh, she's so cute. Yes, she heals with cuteness.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya!
Thank you.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Okay.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
Aw, Paimon's our emotional support person.
Mm-hmm. So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it.
What happened to weakness and collapsing and, you know, the muscle thing?
All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
We don't really get a say in our dinner.
Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Yes, Sijuin's still looking at me. I should just try to take the nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Will do. You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. You can, however, still catch hints of Paimon's conversation.
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong. Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion, that word brings back a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax and fall asleep. Oh, they're a cute little pair.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better, thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Yep, straight up brat diet.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
We only had to poison ourselves for the info. Nope, that wasn't where it was. The hatch. We'll probably have to come back for it. When is it she's usually out of... Oh, it's around lunchtime. She's usually out of the infirmary. Bet we'll have to come back for lunch period. To the dormitories. To sleep more. More
You
sleepy
really are
sleepy time.
something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Sleep talk? Did we say anything we shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now!
That sounds about right.
Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Are we really off track, though? There's still a few weird things about that place. The movable hatch on the ground, as well as the questions that Sijuin was asking Levine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Levine and Jurier, was their argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Lyney.
Yep. Over the next few days, we work at our stations as normal during our shifts. However, we managed to find opportunities to write keywords related to our suspicions on a piece of paper. You manage to pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable. She doesn't even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. Ooh, secret agent style. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives. Hey, if we're working, does that mean we have tickets? Or coupons? If we have coupons, we can go buy recipes!
Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Lyney!
Oop. Oh, that's right. He's on this level.
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we
nope.
just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
Which means we should have coupons.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Ah, everybody's in position.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
Okay, that makes sense.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
We're not opposed to helping you guys.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties.
This is a problem.
You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
It's hard for me to see Lyney, Lynette, Fremine, and even Childe, kind of, as the evil Fatui, you know? They've all kind of become our buddies.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way. Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Okay, let's go see what she has to say.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh, yeah, we heard that too. See, I told you it'd be going around lunchtime.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
And we're off. Let's go find Lynette.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
Oh no, did she get nabbed? Did she disappear too?
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
She could have found a lead.
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know.
Well, then let's look for a note.
Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Let's look for clues.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
Yep, that just makes sense. Let's check it out.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Was Lynette found out?
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter.
All seem like perfectly wholesome reads.
These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijwin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melazine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
I think it's because she's a Melazine and they process emotions differently, so she needs to be able to understand what's going on with her patients.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Where's the hatch?
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Lyney leans down to get a closer to the movable
The space
hatch.
behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere.
Ooh, a mechanism?
Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure.
Unless she was found out while she was trying to get inside.
Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Okay. The look on Lenny's face, he's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Ooh. We must find Lynette.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
Oh, maybe it's a
Slip
clue?
of paper.
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
What?
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Oh, Writhsley. They knew exactly what they were into.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning.
And that's why he gave us the tour, to make it clear that he was keeping an eye on us.
You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though.
But why did he only go after Lynette?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Oh my gosh, that trauma. I bet he's... Oh, he's got to be beside himself.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Writhsley have let him go as well?
Or did Writhsley catch him? And we just think he was able to leave the grounds.
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He's deliberately making them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Oh yes, saying Lenny calm down is totally gonna help. No, that is not gonna help.
Don't be like this, Lyney. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Childe. That was our fault.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Let us help you. We're in a better position to help you.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Our recipes will have to wait. Sigewinne, you were here the whole time? You little stinker.
Right.
That smile.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Oh wow, they had us figured out.
She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp.
Sigewinne is a little conniving thing. She had us figured out. I'm over here like, oh, she's so cute. She's so wholesome. No, she's sneaky.
What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Oh my goodness.
It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
To the office. Oh my gosh. This is anxiety provoking. I mean, Wriothesley does not know their trauma history. He can't be held responsible for that
Come out and
end of
face
things.
me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive.
He wouldn't, I don't think he would kill Lynette.
You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Childe's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Oh, okay.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Childe's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lyney!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Oh.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Lyney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about the position we are in currently. We have no leverage.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed.
What is the Forbidden Zone? All we know is that Childe disappeared somewhere. Was he going to the Forbidden Zone? Is that the Forbidden Zone? Nobody else knows about the Forbidden Zone.
Mr. Lyney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening.
A parents' evening?
I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
But didn't she try to come here in person?
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret?
I think she does if you guys are looking for the Forbidden Zone.
Mr. Lyney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lyney!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Okay, I get where he's coming from. He's got a valid point.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5.
Oh, are we doing the parent countdown?
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Lyney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please, wait, can we not talk about this a little bit more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Lyney, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
But I want to save Fremenet and Lynette too.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found,
That I can do.
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the forbidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without rest during lunch hour the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. A good thing that we've already run into this through investigation. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find the answer if I can piece everything together. If you break the hidden rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. Alright, let's go through the clues real quick.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Yeah, we suspect that that was the red liquid.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Okay. So who will see it if you keep working continuously? Would it be Sijuin? Because of her observing people?
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
Oh, okay. We can switch to multiple questions. Okay. Under what circumstances did the strange meat occur?
I've been told that the infirmary is always... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
So she would know. Oh. Wait.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the
So she would be the one who would be able to report that people were working continuously. So under what circumstances...
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that,
Okay, so...
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
Let's look at another question real quick. Alright, we have... regarding the hidden rule. What circumstances... Well, it occurs... Let me flip through instead of... Alright, here we go. It occurs because you've worked too much. So, Sijwing is able to perceive that somebody's ill by looking at them.
I've been told that the infirmary is open. We often see Miss Sijwing observe...
Which one was that one?
The research note said that the Melusine race... According to Collins, the
Okay, that's about the Fonta, too.
The research note said that the Melusine...
Why does the strange meat always appear the way that it does? Could it be...
According to Collins, the pancreas...
The Fonta product is actually the mystery meat?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that there's...
Nope. Incorrect.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very
eat
differently
weird
from
things.
humans.
That's it. Remember, we ran into the ones at the Melusine village and they were talking about eating jellyfish.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row.
Paimon's got her
and
glasses
if they do,
back.
they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijwing, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work.
So she's trying to prepare you an extra nutritious meal, but it's really just gross.
Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijwing visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijwing has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijwing's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged.
No, we know she's trying. Wait a minute, she's conniving too. She's still an adorable little thing.
All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the Pancration Ring. I remember if someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next day which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. Now this is the Fonta stuff. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found out and come up with the correct answers. Okay.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Okay.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons
would spend them on Fonta. Alright, so we're going to select that clue.
According to Collins,
Fonta
the
is
Pancration
funding
tournament only
the
took place because the
Pancration
Fonta
ring.
company.
So that goes there, and then that one.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new.
Because it's the mystery product. Oh, I've got them in the wrong order. Okay, let's see here.
According to Collins,
There's the Pancration ring.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he.
And the Fonta itself.
Promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize. The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Why does it keep flipping them back and forth?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't
No,
recognize.
we don't want to hear
real...
the Fonta promoter again. Do I need to switch questions? Here we go. Let me go down.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta promoter has been struggling because
Okay, I had it there for a second. I know how to do controls.
The Fonta promoter has been
But they really made this one difficult. Arrows would have been easier.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't.
Okay.
Fonta's internal reports.
There we go. Now we've got it.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
Nope, it's just a wonky drink.
That hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer.
Right, which definitely isn't helping them test the product.
But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
And can you blame him? Especially with a product that was that iffy.
The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company.
Oops, we might have thrown him under the bus.
All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
We don't know that one. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Lyney!
You'll pay for this!
Oh.
Lyney, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne... You...
Are you his accomplice in all this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Neuvillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lyney someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close to Neuvillette, then why are you not giving him the information?
But I am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
Well, we appreciate that, Sigewinne.
What are you talking about? What?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Oh, who could possibly... The door suddenly slams open and a familiar figure bursts into the room.
Some space, please.
Clorinde!
Ah, Miss Clorinde. My door.
Fremine. Fremine!
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Lyney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms, it can't be...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Oh, Fremine is on the floor. He was just recovered from being out in the ocean, and we suspect he might be poisoned. Not great.
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine
And
one
welcome
thorough
back.
checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
We have to save Fremine! Lenny's expression looks disgusted. It seems as though he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical attention. Sigewinne examines Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. Hopefully Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
But I thought primordial seawater would turn them into water.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
She's doing her best.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Wait a minute, Lynette was still in the infirmary?
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
This is the weirdest kidnapping ever. Lenny's finally begun to stop tensing his muscles in his face. Seems that he trusts what Sigewinne has said. Okay, let's see what Clorinde is up to.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Lyney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Oh, so that's what's going on. It's environmental. They're having some serious environmental issues.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
Well, when you say things the way you do, Wrightsley, nobody believes that you're not being nefarious. Everybody thinks that you're doing the wrong thing.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Wrightsley is all about the tea.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
You know, there's just a kid over here, maybe dying.
Lyney, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
Wrightsley gives me boot envy. Like, major boot envy.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Oh, Lynette is here. She's unharmed. Lyney can breathe.
Lyney! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Of course we are. We thought you were kidnapped.
Freminet? Is he...
Not okay.
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Okay, they lift him up. We start moving him around. Hopefully that doesn't mean he passed out.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Yes.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They went to go have their cup of tea. Let's deal with the crisis.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Freminet out of the sea.
Clarande saved Freminet from the sea. Just what happened out there? And back to the infirmary. To the scene of the crime. Yeah, this is taking a lot more twists and turns than I anticipated, and we still have no sign of Childe. I feel like we're like parents who lost their kid in the mall. Where is my child? Where did Childe go? Where'd the child go? It's not as simple as a code atom. At least in this case. Oh, wrong turn. Oh, nope, that was the right turn. It just didn't highlight. Okay, here we go. We have to fix Fremine.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lyney, Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
Our little introverted bean.
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been so long.
It has been a hot minute.
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
His cute little freckles.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
What's coming back to you? Don't leave us in suspense. Come on. Load faster screen.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Childe be?
I'm worried that Childe's been running around this long without his vision. Don't people usually go a bit cuckoo when they don't have their vision? Like they lose their ability to experience emotions and lose their memories? You know? Lobotomy talks from earlier. It can't be good for... Oh, we get to play as Fremine! Yay! Okay. Point being, it's not healthy to go without your vision if you're a vision wielder. Okay.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Oh, well, that's a nifty elevator.
Yeah.
I'm loving the steampunk vibe. Okay. Those were some extra steps.
Yeah.
Okay, or not. I may have made a mistake. Let's see. We need to get this to go up a level.
Yeah.
Maybe if we run... Nope, that's where we came in from. So we went here. Then here. They threw us a puzzle. Ta-da! Let's go up. Alright, so that one, we'll bring it up. There we go. We were just missing one of them. And I don't think we need to rotate it again. I think we're good. Alright. Door of Resurrection activated. Oh no! Whoa! That's what happens when you don't pay attention to where you're going. At least we have the stamina. Whew.
This is where the water starts. Okay.
Okay, Fremine, here you go.
Master Childe probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
And I mean, Childe didn't have his vision, so could he dive? Let's see.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Okay. Awesome that he could tell
There
that.
are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Huh.
Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
So just straight into contaminated water. Oh, that's the purple miasma around him, I'm assuming.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
And then he was saved by the new Electro Mommy. I can't wait for Clorin's storyline. I'm just throwing that out there. I cannot wait.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Childe could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Yes.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
Oh, does she and Risley have a thing going on? That would make a lot of sense.
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. We'll go talk to him then.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lyney?
I don't think Lyney wants to come with us.
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
I mean, he just thought he lost both of his siblings. They're both here. They're safe. They're sound. Yeah, he needs a minute to decompress from that. That was a lot.
Lyney. The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
I'm seeing something interesting that I kind of want to draw attention to on Seashwing. Her little, I don't want to say timepiece or flask, whatever, the little heart on her hip there. It has a dial between what looks like a broken heart and an intact heart. And I wonder if it changes when she's sad. Or if it tells her when other people are sad. Now I'm curious about her storyline.
Thank you.
Let's go get some answers. We demand answers. Oh, sorry, Baizu. Baizu is not a sprinter. It aggravates his condition. Okay, let's go see what's up with Clorinde and Wrightsley.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Somehow, I still don't understand how she has a way to stabilize somebody who's been exposed to primordial water.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sejuane?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clorinde. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Wrightsley?
Yes, we want answers.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
I'll take enlighten. We can go for enlighten.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lyney's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
So you were using us for information just like everybody else.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Then why didn't you just stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Childe's disappearance. Lyney suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lyney's group would just do your work for you!
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremenet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise.
Yes, he did, and I'm concerned about that immensely. Because we like to swim there.
The Forbidden Zone has always been Lyney's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Yeah, but where's the primordial seawater coming from?
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, so he is also an inmate? That's an interesting twist I did not see coming.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So a forbidden zone really does exist, though?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Childe's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Right? You owe us that much.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes.
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
That's the only tea we want. Where did he go? It says he's like, oh, he went down below. There are stairs there, me. There are more stairs. Okay.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
Yes, he is. A little too good at it.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Let me guess, an
Stand
elevator?
on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Here we go. Once everyone has taken their positions, it slowly descends.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
Okay.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Probably. You owe them that much.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Ooh.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Okay, we're standing back. Those are some big doors.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
What's in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Just a vibe. The room is really empty with nothing here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room that looks like some kind of a massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Could it be gauging the ratio of primordial seawater?
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Freminet displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
I was right. Oh, I was right.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
So primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us.
Oh. Oh.
The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if the gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. It will dissolve all of the citizens.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
That is a good question.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow.
So this is a tradition that was taken on as a way of atonement, but nobody remembered what they were guarding.
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Yeah, but the proof's right there.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in the prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Mirapede, just what is it you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
Aha! They're in cahoots. We were right.
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
I don't think he has much of a choice at this point.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Yeah, I think we have.
Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Mirapede?
Wouldn't that just make the problem worse?
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Oh.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
I mean, it does make sense.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Okay.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
They vehemently...
There's another door that goes right up.
Vehemently denied it.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
To Paimon, it can. It's all magic.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh. This is...
What a huge ship?
How pretty. Oh, it's like a giant steampunk steamboat. I love it.
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
Oh.
He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
I could see that.
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
I see where he's coming from. I mean, he has the resources. Why not, you know?
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everybody? No.
Were the
They'd
workers
panic.
to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Okay. So, we have an underwater ship and an underwater crisis that's going to cause an overworld
I'll leave
crisis.
you here for now.
Thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
This is true. But I think they need to know. In other words, if I want to tell Lyney the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflicts right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
We have to tell Lyney. Because right now he thinks Wraithsley is the enemy, and he is not.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Wraithsley, always drinking tea?
Tea is good.
Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Wraithsley and Sijuin.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Wraithsley?
Yes.
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Lyney sounds a lot like his old self. A lot more like his old self. So he's feeling better.
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Mirapede.
Yep. Bingo.
Ooh, he's good.
Bingo.
He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lyney.
Secondly, Wraithsley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Childe for him.
Okay, you're 2 for 3.
What's more, the Fortress of Mirapede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Wraithsley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Childe's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wraithsley will be free to move between the parties of interest.
This is also true.
If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
His grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart!
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly.
Exactly.
I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Yep, after some deliberation, we share all of the information with Lyney. While sharing what you saw, you emphasize how it is not the time for disputes.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
That is exactly what he was trying to do.
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
Maybe they know each other? Now that I think about it, their hair colors are similar.
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our Father. No matter what, we're on your side.
I believe you, Lyney.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
I wouldn't say any House of the Hearth, but definitely you three.
Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
If we're family, does that make us Fatui? Because we're not Fatui, Lyney.
You have my gratitude.
Oh, Fremine, you little cinnamon roll with your adorable freckles. Why didn't you come home last Spanner?
Thank you for protecting Lyney when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
We got your back, kids.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if necessary. Don't mention it. Paimon's hungry.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
so am I,
you've done
Paimon.
so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Well, that was a bomb. I bet the bomb, what was it called? The bomb drop-in bros or whatever would have loved to hear some of that tea. But on that note, it is that time. We will pick up here next time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you're enjoying the journey, remember to do all the fun things, the likes, the follows, the subscribe, all that good jazz, because it appeases the algorithm Archon and it keeps me in your feed. Remember, I am now streaming 4 times a week. Mondays and Thursdays are Genshin Impact, and Tuesdays and Fridays are Baldur's Gate. Join me over there as we progress that storyline with our new Warlock. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great day, night, and stay safe. And